कमेंटेटर 1। नमस्कार, सुप्रभात। आप सभी दर्शकों के लिए यह नववर्ष अत्यंत मंगलमय हो, उन्नति और स्वास्थ्य से भरा हो।
Testing commentator mic number 2. Namaste viewers and a hearty welcome to the live telecast of maiden launch of ISRO in the year 2024.
नमस्कार, सुप्रभात, नव वर्ष, नव मास, नव दिवस, नव आरंभ। आप सभी दर्शकों के लिए यह वर्ष अत्यंत मंगलमय, उन्नति और स्वास्थ्य से भरा हो, ऐसी मंगल कामनाओं के साथ मैं विकास स्वर्णकार अपने साथी कमेंटेटर मिस माधुरी पी के साथ आप सभी दर्शकों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन व स्वागत करते हैं। इसरो के इस वर्ष के प्रथम प्रमोशन मिशन, जिसका नाम है PSLV C58 एक्सपोसैट मिशन। नववर्ष के साथ इसरो भी अपने नवीन अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों और वैज्ञानिक अनुसंधानों के लिए फिर से सुसज्ज है। अपने उद्देश्यों को पूरा कर अंतरिक्ष विज्ञान में भारत की एक छाप छोड़ने के लिए इसरो पूरी तरह तैयार है। पिछले वर्ष हमने 7 सफल प्रमोशन देखे। इनमें गगनयान 3 का प्रमोशन, चंद्रमा की सतह पर अवतरण और आदित्य L1 उल्लेखनीय हैं। इसमें महत्वपूर्ण गगनयान संबंधी प्रयोगात्मक प्रमोशन भी किए गए थे। बीते वर्ष की सफलताओं से और ऊर्जावान होकर इसरो इस वर्ष तैयार है अपने प्रथम प्रमोशन मिशन के लिए, जो कि भारत का पहला एक्सरे ध्रुवणमापी मिशन होगा। आज 1 जनवरी 2024 को PSLV C58 द्वारा एक्सपोसैट उपग्रह को सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र श्रीहरिकोटा के प्रथम प्रमोशन मंच से भारतीय मानक समय के अनुसार सुबह 9:10 पर प्रमोशित किया जाएगा।
Namaste viewers and a hearty welcome to the live telecast of the maiden launch of ISRO in the year 2024. I am Madhuri giving the commentary in English, and with me in the commentary box is Mr. VIKRAM-S giving the commentary in Hindi. I wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. The launch of PSLV C58 ExpoSat mission will take place today, the 1st of January 2024 at 9:10 Indian Standard Time from the first launch pad at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, the spaceport of India. The telecast is brought to you live from the Mission Control Center, courtesy Doordarshan. Apart from this, you can also watch it on ISRO website, YouTube, Facebook and X. The PSLV C58 will fly eastward and intends to place X-ray polarimetric satellite ExpoSat weighing 469 kilograms in an elliptical orbit with an apogee of 7,028.3 kilometers and 6 degrees inclination. ExpoSat will carry out studies related to X-rays emanating from cosmic sources. After injection of ExpoSat in its intended orbit, the PS4 stage will burn twice to change its orbit for placing the PSLV Orbital Experimental Module (POEM) at 350 kilometers altitude for its 10 payloads to carry out experiments.
इस मिशन के उपग्रह एक्सपोसैट, जिसे हम जानते हैं एक्सपोसैट, एक एक्सरे ध्रुवणमापी उपग्रह है। यह चरम स्थितियों पर उज्जवल खगोलीय एक्सरे स्रोतों को विभिन्न गतिशीलता के अध्ययन करने के लिए भारत का पहला समर्पित ध्रुवणमापी मिशन है। अब आप सभी दर्शकों के सामने एक कर्टन रेजर वीडियो प्रस्तुत किया जा रहा है।
The universe is eternally captivating to humankind. The emissions from celestial objects such as black holes, neutron stars, and other energetic events arise from intricate physical processes and provide a formidable challenge to understand. In order to surmount this challenge, ISRO is gearing up to launch India's first dedicated polarimetry and spectroscopy satellite, XPOSat. It aims to carry out research in space-based polarization measurements of X-ray emission from celestial sources. The XPOSat satellite will be carried by a 4-stage DL variant of the PSLV C-58 rocket from the first launch pad of the Spaceport of India, Satish Dhawan Space Center, SDSC Shar, Sriharikota. XPOSat will be positioned in a circular low Earth orbit with an altitude of 650 kilometers and 6-degree inclination. The XPOSat satellite has been configured in a modified IMS-2 bus. XPOSat has been ingeniously engineered to accommodate a duo of payloads, namely POLIX and EXPECT. POLIX is realized by the Raman Research Institute, Bengaluru. It will measure the polarization of X-rays in the energy band of 8 to 30 kilo-electron volt emanating from about 50 potential cosmic sources. URSC ISRO realized EXPECT. It will carry out long-term spectral and temporal studies of cosmic X-ray sources in the energy band 0.8 to 15 kilo-electron volt. XPOSat, through its X-ray polarization measurements and analysis of long-term spectro-temporal variability, aims to provide essential insights into the nature of high-energy cosmic sources in astronomy. The lifespan of the XPOSat satellite is expected to be 5 years. Subsequent to the injection of the XPOSat satellite, the terminal stage of the launch vehicle PS-4 will be restarted twice in order to reduce the orbit to a 350-kilometer circular orbit. The PSLV Orbital Experimental Module 3 will conduct the scientific experiments on 10 payloads from ISRO and various private space agencies. With this launch, ISRO will be able to broaden its scope in the field of astronomy and play a crucial role in developing competence in X-ray polarimetry and spectroscopy in India, which will lay the foundation for future enhancements and foster collaboration within the astronomy community.
अभी अभी आपने इस मिशन से संबंधित कट एंड रेजर वीडियो देखा। इस मिशन में PSLV C-58 प्रमोचक यान द्वारा वैज्ञानिक निर्धार को पृथ्वी की निचली कक्षा में 650 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई वाले चक्राकार कक्षा में 6 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ प्रक्षेपित किया जाएगा। एक्सपोसैट उपग्रह को लगभग 1316 सेकंड्स में उसकी निर्धारित कक्षा में स्थापित कर दिया जाएगा। इस मिशन में चतुर्थ चरण को कक्षीय प्रयोगों के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा। इसे हम PSLV ऑर्बिट एक्सपेरिमेंट मॉड्यूल के नाम से जानते हैं, पोयम। प्रमोचन की उल्टी गिनती 25 घंटे पहले प्रारंभ हो चुकी है और अभी हम प्रमोचन से 21 मिनट 30 सेकंड की दूरी पर हैं। इस दौरान यान को और तथा स्पेसक्राफ्ट को पावर ऑन कर स्वास्थ्य जांच जारी है। सभी तंत्रों के स्वास्थ्य जांच जैसे इनर्शियल नेविगेशन सिस्टम, नियंत्रण तंत्र, पायरो सिस्टम, टेलीमेट्री और कमांड, ट्रांसपॉन्डर तंत्र, तरल नोदक के भराव को सुनिश्चित किया गया है तथा अंतिम आवेशन जारी है। कुछ ही समय में स्वचालित प्रमोचन अनुक्रम यानी ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस की शुरुआत की जाएगी।
We are close to 20 minutes from the launch. The year 2023 has been a very eventful one for ISRO. prestigious Chandrayaan-3 has landed safely and softly at the lunar South Pole. The historic point of landing has been named Shiv Shakti Point, and the momentous day of 23rd August has been proclaimed as National Space Day. Aditya L1, India's first space-based solar observatory, was successfully launched, which is in the last leg of its journey to reach its special vantage point within the next few days. Ahead of the ambitious Gaganyaan mission, an abort condition was simulated and crew emergency escape strategy was successfully tested through TVD-1 mission. In all, there were 8 launches.
T-minus 20 minutes.
Present launch will be the 95th
All
launch
stations
from
change
SDSE
over to
Sharp
channel 2.
and 60th for the workhorse PSLV. 4th time that it is flying in
System
its
from
real
backing tunnel.
configuration.
Event 456 completed.
Roger.
POT to ROD, all radar tracking systems are ready.
PSLV
रोजर।
C58 एक्सपोसेट मिशन में 3 मुख्य विशेषताएं हैं। इसमें भारत का पहला
रोजर।
एक्सरे पोलैरिमीटर आधारित वेधशाला खगोल विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कदम है। क्योंकि PSLV सबसे विश्वसनीय और बहुमुखी रॉकेट है, इसलिए इसके चतुर्थ चरण का प्रयोग अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों के लिए पहले भी किया जाता रहा है और इस बार भी PSLV C58 के 10 ऑर्बिटल पेलोड्स के निर्धार लिए अपने प्रयोग करने के लिए सफर कर रहे हैं। इसमें फ्यूल सेल आधारित ऊर्जा तंत्र भी सम्मिलित है। एक्सपोसेट के प्रक्षेपण के बाद OM3 की प्रक्रिया पहले PS4 जो कि चतुर्थ चरण है, इसमें से बचे हुए प्रणोदक को निकाल दिया जाएगा और इसे हम स्टेज पैसिवेशन भी कहते हैं।
The countdown for PSLV C58 ExpoSat mission has commenced 25 hours ago, that is at 8 hours 10 minutes in the morning yesterday. The ISRO personnel have been involved in the round-the-clock operations in getting the rocket ready for the launch. The liquid propellants have been serviced and the gas bottles that carry gases for stage commands and pressurization have been charged and pressurized to pre-flight values. Onboard batteries have been charged. The tracking radars and other systems have been verifying their preparedness for the launch event. The satellite and rocket subsystems have been run to ascertain their health through checkup.
T-minus 18 minutes.
This is
We are 18 minutes away from the launch.
Control to note,
Countdown is
458
progressing.
parameters of PSLV C58 launch vehicle are normal and within specifications. The launch vehicle is ready for PSLV C58.
Control to note, 463 to 467 completed.
Mission Director, Roger.
जैसा कि हम जानते हैं PSLV इसरो के एक बहुमुखी रॉकेट है। इसके कुल 5 संस्करण हैं, जिसमें से इस बार यह अपने DL संस्करण का उपयोग में किया जा रहा है। यह संस्करण उपग्रह के भार और मिशन की जरूरतों के अनुसार निर्धारित किया जाता है।
473, 479 completed.
DL विन्यास में प्रथम चरण में कोर बूस्टर के साथ 12 टन के 2 ठोस नोदक वाले स्टेप-ऑन बूस्टर संलग्न रहते हैं। दूसरे चरण में UDMH और NTO4 पर आधारित
Roger.
तरल नोदक वाला चरण होता है।
VLCC to note, timing confirmed, external hold mode.
VLCC, Roger.
Satellite director to mission director, satellite health is normal and satellite is cleared for PSLV C58 exposed mission liftoff.
Mission Director, Roger.
ROD to mission director, range is ready for PSLV C58 ExpoSat launch.
Mission Director, Roger.
TTC Director to Mission Director. TTC Director confirms readiness of ISTRAC at TTC network for supporting PSLV C58 ExpoSat mission.
Mission Director, Roger.
TGTC data loggers are on at Shavan and SHA-2 stations.
Noted.
अभी आपने देखा स्पेसक्राफ्ट डायरेक्टर, रेंज
This is
डायरेक्टर।
Mission Director. Mission Readiness Review and Launch Authorization Board has already given clearance for proceeding with the countdown and launch of PSLV C58 ExpoSat mission. All operations in the countdown sequence till automatic launch sequence have been completed satisfactorily. Based on the clearance obtained from launch vehicle, spacecraft, range and distract network station and prevailing favorable weather conditions, Mission Director hereby authorizes to initiate launch operation sequence for the launch of PSLV C-58 EXPOSAT mission at 9:10 hours IST today, that is 1st of January 2024.
All stations to note, Mission Director has given authorization for the launch of PSLV C-58 EXPOSAT mission.
SDS servers activated.
Based on the authorization from Mission Director, Vehicle Director hereby authorizes to initiate the automatic launch sequence for the launch of PSLV C-58 EXPOSAT mission at 9:10 hours IST today, that is 1st January 2024.
Automatic launch sequence initiated for PSLV C-58 launch. ALC in auto mode.
अभी अभी आपने देखा उपग्रह निदेशक, रेंज निदेशक, टेलीमेट्री एंड कमांड निदेशक, यान निदेशक सभी ने अपने तंत्रों की सूचना मिशन निदेशक को दी थी। उसके पश्चात मिशन निदेशक संतुष्ट होने पर अपना अनुमोदन प्रदान कर चुके हैं और इसके पश्चात यान निदेशक ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस शुरू कर दिए हैं।
We are closer to the launch and the automatic launch sequence has been initiated. Based on the readiness of all contributing and participating systems like the launch vehicle, satellite, range, downrange tracking stations, the Mission Director Dr. M. Jaikumar authorizes the launch. The Vehicle Director then initiates the automatic launch sequence 14 minutes before T0, which is a capsule of very essential checks to verify the systems of launch vehicle.
14 minutes.
Very close to the scheduled launch time, control is passed on to the onboard computers.
यह मिशन पूर्वी दिशा का मिशन है, इसलिए हमारे शार, पोर्ट ब्लेयर, ब्रूने और बायक स्थित रडार स्टेशंस इस यान पर निरंतर अपनी नजर बनाए रखेंगे। मुख्य उपग्रह के प्रमोशन के पश्चात कक्षा की ऊंचाई 650 किलोमीटर से घटाकर 350 किलोमीटर तक लाई जाएगी। ऐसा चतुर्थ चरण को पुनः प्रज्वलित कर किया जाएगा। हम इसे सेकंड ऑर्बिट के नाम से जानते हैं। इस दौरान त्रिवेंद्रम तथा शार स्थित रडार स्टेशंस भली भांति हमारे यान को ट्रैक करेंगे। PSLV C-58 पूर्णतः सज्ज है अपने मिशन को पूरा करने के लिए। यहाँ विजिटर्स गैलरी श्रीहरिकोटा में भारी संख्या में दर्शक उपलब्ध हैं। यहाँ
The PSLV C-58 rocket standing majestically at the first launch pad. On your screens, Secretary DOS and Chairman.
PS4 actuation completed.
अब आप सभी दर्शकों के सामने प्रस्तुत है एक संक्षिप्त PSLV C-58 का इंटीग्रेशन वीडियो।
T-12 minutes.
Now we bring to you an integration video of how the rocket has been assembled at the Satish Dhawan Space Center. You can see on your screens the beginning of the launch campaign with the flagging off of the nozzle end segment for the core motor. In the PSLV integration facilities, the stage 1 motor is being assembled segment by segment. The S139 motor consists of 5 segments, a nozzle end segment, 3 middle segments and 1 head end segment. Two middle segments had been assembled, and this is the head end segment, and here's the igniter. C58, being a DL version, has two strap-on motors, which are PSOM XL motors carrying 12.2 tons of solid propellant each. This is being brought to the PSLV integration facilities where it is tilted and integrated with the core motor. These are the two strap-ons. The SITVC tanks being integrated now. SITVC stands for Secondary Injection Thrust Vector Control, for the control of stage 1, and this is RCT, Reaction Control Thruster related systems. Here you can see the interstage being carefully hoisted with the help of facility electrically operated overhead crane and being integrated to the core motor. And the second stage, PS2, which is a liquid stage, is prepared in a separate assembly building being tilted. VIKRAM-S engine powers second stage of PSLV. It is being integrated with the core motor and two stages are ready. Here the PSLV is being transported in its semi-integrated condition from the PSLV launch integration facilities to the mobile service tower.
आपने देखा प्रथम चरण तथा द्वितीय चरण का समायोजन पूर्ण कर यह तृतीय चरण को तथा चतुर्थ चरण को एक साथ समायोजित किया जा रहा है। इस समायोजन को MST मोबाइल सर्विस टावर पर लाया जाता है। सभी कार्य पूर्ण कुशलता तथा दक्षता के साथ संपन्न किए जाते हैं। यह है हमारा PSLV C58 का उपग्रह एक्सपो सेट। इसमें दो मुख्य निदभार हैं जिसका नाम है एक्सपेक्ट और पोलिक्स। पूर्ण परीक्षित कर एक्सपो सेट को भी पेलोड एडेप्टर के साथ चतुर्थ चरण के ऊपर में समायोजित किया जा रहा है। इसके साथ ही पोयम के लिए 10 नितभारों को चतुर्थ चरण के साथ समायोजित कर दिया गया। इस समायोजन को मोबाइल सर्विस टावर पर लाकर PSLV रॉकेट के साथ समायोजित किया जा रहा है। यह ऊष्मा कवच हीट शील्ड और इस तरह तैयार है PSLV C58 रॉकेट। यहां से परीक्षण शुरू होते हैं और परीक्षण पूर्ण होने के पश्चात प्रमोचन की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जाती हैं और प्रमोचन किया जाता है। वर्तमान में ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस जारी है और अब हम उड़ान से 7 मिनट की दूरी पर।
Studying of celestial objects unveils several mysteries.
7 minutes.
In September 2015, ISRO had launched first dedicated Indian astronomy mission called AstroSat, aimed at studying celestial sources in X-ray, optical and ultraviolet spectral bands simultaneously. One of its objectives was to detect new briefly bright X-ray sources in the sky. While the AstroSat is still healthy and its payloads are continuing to provide valuable scientific data, XPOSat is a step ahead in the study. It is expected to unravel some extreme phenomena. The astronomy community is particularly enthused about the prospect of systematic exploration into the polarization of X-rays emitted from astronomical sources. This aspect of study is the latest emergence in observational astronomy. Earlier tools included imaging, studying the fluctuations of light from source, and spectroscopy, which is basically a study of spectrum of electromagnetic radiation emanating from celestial bodies. Earlier observations could reveal chemical
External
composition,
power withdrawn.
temperature, distance, velocity and luminosity. Analyzing X-ray polarization signature enables measurement of deeper insights through manifestation of processes
Flight coefficient
generating
loading
these
initiated.
X-rays having distinct signatures within appropriate energy bands, depending on the involved energetics. The XPOSAT mission
Flight
by
coefficient
ISRO
loading completed.
is specifically designed to investigate such X-ray polarization signatures emanating from bright X-ray sources. The primary payload, polarimeter instrument in the X-rays or POLIX, operates to measure polarimetry parameters in the medium X-ray energy range of 8 to 30 kiloelectron volts photon.
T-5 minutes.
The first payload for this energy band. Its collimator plays a crucial role to ensure that only one bright source is within the field of view for most observations. The second payload, XPECT, X-ray spectroscopy and timing instrument, is designed to offer fast timing and excellent spectrometric resolution in soft X-rays, that is 0.8 to 15 kiloelectron volts energy band.
अब हम उड़ान से 4 मिनट 22 सेकंड की दूरी पर। आइए अब आपको इस उड़ान के घटनाक्रम से संक्षिप्त में परिचय देते हैं। सर्वप्रथम रिएक्शन कंट्रोल थ्रस्टर्स T-3 सेकंड्स पर प्रज्वलित किए जाएंगे। उसके बाद T0 पर कोर बूस्टर प्रज्वलित होगा और इसके 400 मिलीसेकंड के पश्चात सॉलिड स्ट्रैप-ऑन बूस्टर्स को प्रज्वलित किए जाएंगे। इस समय यान का उत्थापन होगा। लगभग 23 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्राप्त कर लेने पर स्ट्रैप-ऑन के कार्यकाल समाप्त हो जाएंगे और इसे यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। कोर बूस्टर S139 बूस्टर प्रज्वलित रहकर कुछ 110 सेकंड तक प्रज्वलित रहकर यान को 57 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्रदान करेगा तथा 1.62 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की सापेक्ष
ऑनबोर्ड कंप्यूटर इन फ्लाइट मोड।
प्रथम चरण के कार्यकाल के पश्चात द्वितीय चरण को प्रज्वलित किया जाएगा और प्रथम चरण को यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। द्वितीय चरण 152 सेकंड तक प्रज्वलित रहेगा और इस दौरान यान क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत चला जाएगा और इसी दौरान ऊष्मा कवच को भी यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा। PS2 द्वितीय चरण के कार्यकाल के पश्चात इसे पृथक कर दिया जाएगा और इसके पृथकन के 1 सेकंड के पश्चात ही तृतीय चरण, जो कि उच्च निष्पादन वाला HPS3 चरण है, ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण, इसका प्रज्वलन शुरू हो जाएगा। तृतीय चरण का प्रज्वलन काल 123 सेकंड का होगा और इस समय यान 206.8 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई तथा 7.23 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की सापेक्ष गति प्राप्त कर चुका होगा। तृतीय चरण के कार्यकाल के पश्चात तृतीय चरण तथा चतुर्थ चरण सम्मिलित होकर कोस्ट फेज की शुरुआत करेंगे। इस दौरान कोई भी प्रज्वलन नहीं हो रहा होगा और यह कोस्ट फेज करीब 200 सेकंड्स तक जारी रहेगा। इसके पश्चात तृतीय चरण को पृथक कर दिया जाएगा, लेकिन चतुर्थ चरण के प्रज्वलन से 425 सेकंड तक यह कोस्टिंग फेज जारी रहेगा।
T-2 minutes.
कोस्टिंग फेज समाप्त होते ही चतुर्थ चरण का प्रज्वलन होगा और यह वह अंतिम चरण है जो एक्सपोसेट उपग्रह को निर्धारित कक्षा पर लेकर जाएगा और उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित करेगा।
We are very close to the launch and let me quickly run you through the flight events. About the nominal flight timelines for the PSLV C-58 XPOSAT mission. At T0, which is scheduled at 9 hours 10 minutes, the first stage PS1 ignites and followed by the ignition of the two strap-on motors 400 milliseconds later. The strap-ons continue to burn for 70 seconds, after which they are separated from the ongoing launch vehicle. The PS1 stage, that is the core S139, separates 109 seconds into the flight. By this time, the launch vehicle would have gained an altitude of 57 kilometers and acquired a relative velocity of 1.6 kilometers per second.
All subs armed.
The stage
minus 50
2
seconds.
ignites
All sequences
after
down.
PS1, continues to burn for 152
45
seconds. Operational time for PS3 is 124 seconds.
VHPP open.
PS4 will operate for 247 seconds. Then the injection parameters will
Minus
be
30
achieved.
seconds.
Real-time programs activated.
Minus 25 seconds.
VSPP opened.
Minus 20 seconds. Minus 15 seconds.
प्रमोशन से 15 सेकंड की दूरी पर
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Lift
Plus
off
5
normal.
Bright morning of the New Year's Day made brighter by a majestic
Plus
liftoff.
10 seconds.
PSLV C-58 carrying India's X-ray polarimetric satellite towards
Plus
its
1
destination.
Due to tracking.
जी हाँ, इस वर्ष का प्रथम प्रमोशन
Plus 20 seconds.
श्रीहरिकोटा के प्रथम प्रमोशन मंच से PSLV C-58 का हमने सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन देखा और यह अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर निरंतर बढ़ता हुआ। प्रथम चरण का निष्पादन पूरी तरह सामान्य।
Nominal thrusting by PS1 stage. Nominal burn time for the strap-ons is 70 seconds and the core motor for 109 seconds.
इस समय यान अपने अधिकतम गतिक दाब से गुजरता हुआ। प्रथम चरण का कुल प्रज्वलन काल 110 सेकंड का होगा। तत्पश्चात इसे यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा।
Sharp's tracking station currently tracking the flight.
Ground lead strap-on separated.
दोनों स्ट्रेपॉन्स को यान से पृथक कर दिया गया है तथा कोर बूस्टर अभी भी प्रज्वलित है।
Presently, the core S139 motor alone thrusting. The strap-ons have been separated.
Normal.
This stage will carry the rocket to 57 kilometers altitude and add 1.6 kilometers per second as a relative velocity.
इस घटनाक्रम पे अगला है प्रथम चरण का पृथकन तथा द्वितीय चरण का प्रज्वलन।
First stage separated. Second stage engine started. Closed loop guidance initiated.
जी हाँ, इसकी पुष्टि हो चुकी है। प्रथम चरण को सफलतापूर्वक यान से पृथक किया गया है और द्वितीय चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है।
There is a confirmation from the Range Operations Director that the second stage has commenced its operation.
Second stage performance normal.
And as the altitude right now is almost at the verge of the dense atmosphere, closed loop guidance has been initiated. The next flight event is eagerly awaited. The next flight event is payload fairing separation.
द्वितीय चरण का निष्पादन सामान्य है। इसका कार्यकाल 152 सेकंड का होगा और इस दौरान यह कुल 800 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर यान को उद्दिष्ट दिशा की ओर ले जाता है।
Plus 3
इसकी
minutes.
पुष्टि हो चुकी है। ऊष्मा कवच को यान से पृथक कर दिया गया है।
Second stage performance normal.
There is a confirmation of payload fairing separation and a nominal thrusting by the second stage of PSLV.
द्वितीय चरण तरल नोदक पर आधारित चरण है। इसमें UDMH और N2O4 को ईंधन की तरह इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। वर्तमान में विकास इंजन नामक इस द्वितीय चरण के इंजन द्वारा प्रणोद उत्पन्न किया जा रहा है।
By the time PS2 completes its operation, the altitude of the launch vehicle will be 161 kilometers and relative velocity of 4.5 kilometers per second. Current altitude close to 150 kilometers.
Second stage performance normal.
Plus 4 minutes.
यान पूरी तरह अपेक्षित पथ का अनुकरण करता हुआ
Shar tracking station continues to track.
Second stage separated, third stage ignited.
द्वितीय चरण को सफलतापूर्वक पृथक कर दिया गया है तथा ठोस नोदक वाले तृतीय चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है.
Third stage performance normal.
The performance of third stage is reported to be nominal. The PS3 stage based on this HTPB based solid propellant. It carries 7.6 tons of propellant.
यान की ऊंचाई निरंतर बढ़ती हुई वर्तमान में यह 170 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्राप्त कर चुका है तथा सापेक्ष गति 5 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड. तृतीय चरण HPS3 हाई परफॉर्मेंस थर्ड स्टेज कुल 240 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर रहा है और यान को उद्दिष्ट दिशा की ओर ले जा रहा है.
Shar and Port Blair tracking stations are currently tracking the vehicle trajectory.
Third stage performance normal.
During the operation of PS3, the rocket gains an altitude of 45 kilometers. Relative velocity increases from 4.5 kilometers per second to 7.2 kilometers per second.
तृतीय चरण में कुल 7.66 टन का प्रणोद होता है और इसका कार्यकाल 123 सेकंड का होगा. इसके कार्यकाल के पश्चात PS3 का कोस्टिंग फेज शुरू हो चुका होगा. सभी दर्शकगण यहाँ उत्साहित इस मिशन के सफलता के लिए अब कुछ ही क्षणों में हम देखेंगे तृतीय चरण.
Third stage action completed.
तृतीय चरण का कार्यकाल समाप्त हो चुका है और इसके पश्चात ही
combined hosting for approximately 200 seconds.
इसके साथ ही तृतीय तथा चतुर्थ चरण सम्मिलित होकर कोस्टिंग फेज जारी है.
There is a confirmation of expected performance by the PS3 stage and currently the thrust has been cut off but the vehicle is coasting with the PS3 still intact. The separation of PS3 has not yet taken place.
Vehicle performance normal.
जी हाँ, यह कोस्टिंग फेज 200 सेकंड्स तक जारी रहेगा. उसके पश्चात तृतीय चरण को यान से पृथक कर दिया जाएगा.
The combined coasting continues for 200 seconds. Thereafter, the separation of PS3 takes place, but PS4 continues to coast for another 400 seconds. During the coasting phase of flight, the relative velocity reduces from 7.2 kilometers per second to 6.7 kilometers per second, and as a result, close to 400 kilometers increase will be observed in the altitude.
एक्सपोसेट विभिन्न खगोलीय विकिरण उत्सर्जन स्रोतों जैसे ब्लैक होल, न्यूट्रॉन तारे, सक्रिय आकाशगंगा, नाभिक, पल्सर पवन, निहारिका आदि से उत्सर्जित उत्पन्न जटिल प्रक्रियाओं द्वारा होता है और इसे समझना खगोलविदों के लिए एक चुनौती बना हुआ है. एक्सरे पोलैरिमीटर हमारी समझ में दो और आयाम जोड़ेंगे. यह है ध्रुवीकरण की मात्रा तथा ध्रुवीकरण का कोण और इस तरह यह खगोलीय स्रोतों से उत्सर्जन प्रक्रियाओं को समझने में उत्कृष्ट निदान उपकरण साबित होंगे. एक्सपोसेट द्वारा भारतीय विज्ञान समुदाय की राह पर यह एक प्रमुख अनुसंधान की दिशा है. एक्सपोसेट में दो मुख्य वैज्ञानिक निदभार हैं जिनका नाम है पॉलिक्स और एक्सस्पेक्ट. इस उपग्रह का कुल भार 469 केजी है. इस मिशन में लगभग 145 केजी के वैज्ञानिक निर्भर अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों के लिए सफर कर रहे हैं। इन्हें अंतरिक्ष प्रयोग पोयम 3 का नाम दिया गया है। सर्वप्रथम पोयम पीएसएलवी ऑर्बिट एक्सपेरिमेंट मॉड्यूल का सफल प्रयोग 30 जून 2022 को पीएसएलवी C53 द्वारा देखा गया था। फिर 22 अप्रैल 2023 को पीएसएलवी C55 द्वारा पोयम 2 का प्रयोग भी हमने देखा। आज इसी कड़ी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए पोयम 3 के प्रयोग किए जाएंगे। जी हाँ, इसकी पुष्टि हो चुकी है। तृतीय चरण को यान से पृथक कर दिया गया है।
Vehicle in separated hosting for approximately 425 seconds.
Plus 10 minutes.
तृतीय चरण के पृथकन के पश्चात चतुर्थ चरण के प्रज्वलन में अभी समय है और इस दौरान PS4 का कोस्टिंग फेज जारी है। यह करीब 400 सेकंड तक जारी रहेगा।
The PS4 is currently not operational, though it is in the coasting phase, which will continue for 425 seconds in all.
Vehicle performance normal.
The PS4 stage, when it ignites, will continue to burn for 247.5 seconds. Thereafter, the injection parameters of the spacecraft XPOSat will be achieved. After injection of the primary satellite, PS4 has yet another milestone to accomplish. It lowers to an orbit of 350 kilometers. After XPOSat injection, this orbit will be at 9.6 degrees inclination, which is achieved through 2 restarts. These maneuvers are expected to take 83 minutes from the XPOSat injection. Once in the new orbit, PS4 will be subjected to passivation by venting remnant propellants and depressurizing the stage tanks. Thereafter, the control of stage is transferred to POEM avionics.
Vehicle performance normal.
There are 10 payloads in POEM, 7 of which are finalized through in space. Speaking about the payloads that POEM carries, Radiation Shielding Experiments Module RSEM is designed by a firm called Take Me to Space for evaluation of effectiveness of tantalum coating. The second payload, Women Engineered Satellite or VSAT for solar irradiance and UV index from LBS Institute of Technology for Women. Third payload is an amateur radio satellite, Belief Sat-O from KJ Somaya Institute of Technology. Fourth payload is again a CubeSat called Green Impulse Transmitter from Inspacity Space Labs Private Limited. LEAP TD from Dhruva Space Private Limited to demonstrate subsystems for microsatellite. 2 payloads are there from Peletrix Aerospace Private Limited, which are named Rudra 0.3 HPGP and Arca 200. 3 more payloads are from ISRO. The one from Physical Research Laboratory is called the Dust Experiment. 2 more from VIKRAM-S Space Center. One will be called as Fuel Cell Power System and the other is Silicon-based High Energy Cells. These are the payloads from ISRO.
जहां भारत में सभी नववर्ष के स्वागत के लिए जश्न और मनोरंजन में लगे हुए थे, वहीं इसरो के वैज्ञानिक पीएसएलवी C58 प्रमोशन की तैयारियों में जुटे हुए थे। इनकी गतिविधियों को अंतिम रूप देने में लगे हुए थे। सफल मिशन के ध्येय से सराबोर इसरो के वैज्ञानिक इस वर्ष का आरंभ खगोलीय समझ को और बढ़ाने के उद्देश्य से पीएसएलवी C58 के प्रमोशन में कार्यरत हैं। वर्तमान में यान की ऊंचाई 516 किलोमीटर, एक्सपोसेट की अंतक्षेपण की कक्षा 650 किलोमीटर के करीब होगी। वर्तमान में सापेक्ष गति 6.86 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। इस उपग्रह एक्सपोसेट के दो मुख्य नितभार हैं। पोलिक्स, यह 8 से 30 किलो इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट की ऊर्जा बैंड में खगोलीय प्रेक्षणों के लिए एक एक्सरे ध्रुवणमापी है। इस नितभार को यूआरएससी और रमन रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट बैंगलोर द्वारा संयुक्त रूप से विकसित किया गया है। इस यंत्र में एक कॉलीमीटर, एक प्रकीर्णन और 4 एक्सरे अनुपातित काउंटर डिटेक्टर लगे हुए हैं। इस प्रकीर्णन को कम परमाणु द्रव्यमान वाले पदार्थ से बनाया गया है, जो आने वाले ध्रुवीकृत एक्सरे का विषमदैशिक थॉमस प्रकीर्णन करता है, ताकि एक समय में इस कॉलीमीटर के दृष्टि क्षेत्र को 3/3 डिग्री से सीमित किया गया है, ताकि एक समय में एक ही स्रोत उज्जवल हो सके। इस नितभार के 5 सालों के जीवन काल में 40 चमकीले खगोलीय स्रोतों का प्रेक्षण करने की अपेक्षा है। यह मध्यम एक्सरे ऊर्जा बैंड का पहला नितभार है जो ध्रुवण मापन के लिए समर्पित है। इसके अलावा एक और नितभार एक्सस्पेक्ट एक एक्सरे स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी और टाइमिंग नितभार है जो एक्सपोसेट में जा रहा है। यह सॉफ्ट एक्सरे स्पेक्ट्रम में त्वरित समय तथा संवर्धित स्पेक्ट्रम विभेदन प्रदान करेगा। यह पॉलिक्स का डेटा को इस्तेमाल करते हुए निरंतर उत्सर्जन में वर्णक्रमीय स्थिति परिवर्तन, लाइन फ्लक्स और प्रोफाइल में परिवर्तन, 0.8 से 15 किलो इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट्स रेंज में उत्सर्जन की लंबी अवधि में निगरानी कर सकता है।
व्हीकल परफॉर्मेंस नॉर्मल।
इसमें कोलीमीटर का उपयोग पृष्ठभूमि को कम करने के लिए एक्सस्पेक्ट के दृश्य क्षेत्र को कम किया गया है। एक्सस्पेक्ट विभिन्न स्रोतों जैसे एक्सरे, पल्सर, ब्लैक होल, लो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, न्यूट्रॉन स्टार और मैग्नेटार्स आदि खगोलीय स्रोतों का निरीक्षण कर सकेगा। कोस्टिंग फेज समाप्ति की ओर।
Stage engine started.
There is a confirmation that the 4th stage has commenced its operation. We are
plus 17 minutes.
We are 17 minutes into the launch. Current altitude is 606 kilometers.
4th stage performance normal.
चतुर्थ चरण जो कि तरल नोदक पर आधारित इंजन है, एमएमएच और मॉन ईंधन के रूप में इस्तेमाल करते हुए यह 14.66 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न कर रहा है। इसमें ऐसे 2 इंजन लगे हुए हैं। वर्तमान ऊंचाई 615 किलोमीटर, सापेक्ष गति 6.7 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। चतुर्थ चरण वह अंतिम चरण है जो उपग्रह के अंतक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त कर उपग्रह को उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित करेगा।
The 4th stage is based on liquid propellant. The propellant loading is 1.6 tons. The fuel is monomethyl hydrazine and oxidizer is mixed oxides of nitrogen. Presently, the tracking stations at Brunei and Bayak are tracking the launch vehicle.
चतुर्थ चरण को पीएसएलवी ऑर्बिटल एक्सपेरिमेंट मॉड्यूल के रूप में भी इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा, जो कि यह कक्षा में कुछ दिन उसी कक्षा में रहते हुए प्रयोग के लिए उपयोग में लाया जाएगा। एक्सपोसेट उपग्रह का प्रक्षेपण 650 किलोमीटर की चक्राकार कक्षा में किया जाना है। इसके पश्चात चतुर्थ चरण को बंद कर दिया जाएगा तथा कुछ समय बाद पुनः प्रज्वलित कर यान की कक्षा को कम किया जाएगा। यह 650 किलोमीटर से 350 किलोमीटर की कक्षा पर लाया जाएगा तथा यहां ऑर्बिटल एक्सपेरिमेंट्स का प्रयोग शुरू किया जाएगा।
4-stage performance normal.
सभी बेसब्री से इंतजार करते हुए कक्षीय स्थितियां प्राप्त होते ही उपग्रह एक्सपोसेट को अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा।
The fourth stage of PSLV currently thrusting.
Plus 20 minutes.
PSLV C58 के चतुर्थ चरण PS4 को त्रैअक्षीय स्थिर कक्षीय मंच के लिए तैयार किया गया है। इस मंच से कई महत्वपूर्ण और नवीन अंतरिक्ष प्रयोगों को कार्यान्वित किया जाएगा। इसमें सोलर पैनल्स लगे हुए हैं जो कि 50 एम्पियर आवर के लिथियम आयन बैटरी को आवेशित करते हैं। इसमें नेविगेशन गाइडेंस कंट्रोल और टेलीकमांड कक्षीय आवृत्ति नियंत्रण तंत्र जैसे एवियोनिक्स सिस्टम भी लगे हुए हैं। यह पोयम की श्रृंखला में तृतीय प्रयोग है।
We are very close to the scheduled exposat injection time.
जी हाँ, लगभग कक्षीय स्थितियां प्राप्त की जा चुकी हैं। अब किसी भी क्षण एक्सपोसेट को कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। चतुर्थ चरण को निर्धारित रूप से बंद कर दिया गया है।
Satellite injection conditions are achieved.
Eagerly awaiting the next event.
उचित अभिवृत्ति प्राप्त करते हुए यान तत्पश्चात एक्सपोसेट को अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। मुख्य उद्देश्य के प्राप्त होने के पश्चात प्रयोगात्मक क्रिया जारी रहेगी।
Satellite separated.
And there is a confirmation that the exposat satellite has been separated.
जी हाँ, इसकी पुष्टि हो चुकी है रेंज ऑपरेशन डायरेक्टर द्वारा। एक्सपोसेट को सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया है।
But mission is continuing for PS4 orbit platform experiment, that is POEM 3, with 2 phases of 4-stage restart. After 2 phases of restart, PS4 stage orbit will be changed to 350 km circular. The first phase for PS4 restart happens in non-visibility period. The second phase of PS4 restart takes place in the visibility period of Trivandrum in orbit 2. During the non-availability period, ground trace will be updated by extrapolation on the video wall. The non-visibility period is approximately 4,500 seconds. All the stations involved in operation shall continue in positions. Handing over to mission director.
आपने ऑनबोर्ड कैमरे की मदद से देखा एक्सपोसेट और यह खूबसूरत पृथ्वी का नजारा।
Has injected exposat primary satellite into the desired orbit. We will be continuing the operations. 2 more PS4 restarts are planned, and the POEM 3 operations will be following. Approximately the T0 will come around 2 hours after liftoff. Thank you.
अब इसके पश्चात हम आपको अध्यक्षीय संबोधन के लिए ले चलते हैं और हम आपसे आज्ञा लेते हैं।
First day of the year, first launch mission for ISRO. This success matters much more in view of the rich data that Exposat will give to the scientific community in the field of astronomy. Congratulations, Team ISRO. Do stand by for the address by Secretary TOS and Chairman ISRO, Sri S. Somnath. We take leave from you. Goodbye.
So happy New Year to all of you. So on 1st January 2024, yet another successful mission of PSLV has been accomplished. PSLV C-58 has placed the primary satellite ExpoSat in the desired orbit of 650 kilometer, 6-degree inclination. And we'll be waiting for the exact orbital parameters that will just now come. And we are also waiting for the satellite to have its solar panel deployed. That also will come in a few seconds from now. From this point, the orbit of the PSLV 4th stage will be reduced to a lower orbit, where the upper stage of the PSLV, which is now described as POEM, PSLV Orbital Experimental Module, will carry out experiments with 9 of the onboard payloads. And that will take some time, and we will come back to listen to all of that, what happened in the POEM experiments little later. Meantime, let me also announce the orbit that has been accomplished, which is available through various routes. It shows excellent orbit, and the deviations from the targeted orbit is hardly just 3 kilometers in circular orbit of 650 kilometer, and inclination is 001 degree, which is one of the very excellent orbital condition. And yet another announcement is the solar panel of the satellite also has been deployed successfully. So with this, the new year has begun with the launch of PSLV. We have an exciting time ahead. Much before telling all of that, let me invite the mission director to have its words. Mr. Jayakumar is the mission director.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm extremely happy to stand here to celebrate the grand success of the 60th launch of PSLV. As you all know, ExpoSat is a space observatory, but what makes this mission more interesting is the host of new technologies that are getting demonstrated in the POEM-3 experiment. We have fuel cell, we have the silicon-based 10 ampere hour high energy battery, green monopropellant thrusters, amateur radio satellite service, and more important, a totally women-engineered satellite for the comparison of solar irradiance and UV index. This, I think, showcases women empowerment in the field of science and technology, and all the payloads, in fact, demonstrate the reforms that are currently sweeping the Indian space sector. But today's success has been made possible by the tremendous efforts put in by a whole group of people from Team ISRO, along with other stakeholders. This mission would not have been possible but for the wholehearted effort put in by various teams, the SDAs and SR agencies spread across different centers, starting from SDSC, URSC, STRAC, LPSC, IPRC, VSSC, IISU, LEOS, and also ISRO headquarters. I would also like to thank InSpace for acting as a nodal agency in identifying the payloads for POEM-3 and all the NGEs for delivering the various payloads adhering to our schedule. Let me also thank our industry partners for delivering quality products for the realization of the launch vehicle. Let me take this opportunity to thank Chairman ISRO for the mentoring and the guidance provided, and all center directors. Specifically, I would like to thank Chairman and members of MRR, FRR, LV, and ORC, Padmamar sir, Ashok sir and Shuja sir. They have taken extensive reviews, and all the DRTs for clearing the various systems, also the admin and the auxiliary services who have supported. I would also like to thank my own project team, especially Vehicle Director Damodaran, Associate Vehicle Director Joyce Jose, all the DPDs, the other team members, and the Project Management Office who has been effectively managing the campaign activities. Finally, I thank our family members for the support they provided to make our missions successful. Wishing all of you a happy and a successful new year. Good day. Jai Hind.
Now the satellite director.
Good morning all. As Chairman sir announced, I am happy to announce that satellite is placed in intended orbit flawlessly, and satellite health is normal, solar panels are deployed, and battery charging already started. And this is the unique mission, ExpoSat. It is a unique mission, and this is first mission worldwide to have a study of polarized X-ray sources, and the second mission for polarization. So first time we will be this mission will give the polarization aspects of high energy cosmic sources and in medium energy band, and this will study magnetic field distribution in cosmic sources, and how magnetic field means originating, and like alignment of these cosmic sources like black holes and this pulsar wind and sources and all these cosmic sources. So it will be the extreme and experiment for our scientific community. Once this mission is commissioned, it will be very fruitful for scientific community worldwide. And I take this opportunity to thank Chairman ISRO, Central Director URSC, all Central Directors for making this mission possible by their support and guidance. And special thanks to my former project directors, Shri Amreshwar Kennedy, Shri K. Suresh and Shri Dr. Palani Murugan for leading this mission in different stages of realization. And special thanks to my project team, project executive across the center, and payload team from Raman Research Institute and the Space Astronomy Group of URSC for their relentless effort for making this mission possible and realizing on time. And my special thanks to entire review committee for their guidance and support throughout the mission. And special thanks to industry partners and URSC team for their invaluable contributions for these missions. Now we are waiting for successful commissioning of these missions, and I am really privileged and honored to be part of this mission. I thanks everyone, and I wish happy and prosperous New Year's to all of you. Thank you.
I'll now request the key center directors who have contributed immensely for the successful mission of this PSLV ExpoSat mission. So first let me invite the director of the VSSC.
Very good morning and a happy new year. 2023 was the 60th year of first sounding rocket that we launched from Tumba. So 60 years of rocketry, and PSLV is turning 60, and what a great takeoff on this New Year day with the successful launch of PSLV C-58 ExpoSat mission. So apart from the main satellite, already project director has mentioned about the other payloads. There are some important payloads like fuel cell, which we will be demonstrating in the POEM phase, that is the subsequent phase when PS4 is used as a platform. And that POEM fuel cell will have potential application in our future missions like space station. So I wish Happy New Year, as well as I congratulate the entire ISRO launch vehicle centers, especially VIKRAM-S Space Center and all other launch vehicle centers, and wish all the very best to the satellite team and all the payloads in POEM in the subsequent operation. Thank you very much.
Good morning to all of you. Today it is yet another historical day for ISRO. We in ISRO has given a New Year gift to all the Indians across the globe, as today we have successfully launched the ExpoSat satellite and 9 experimental payloads in the required orbit. And this is the 60th launch of the workhorse, the PSLV. As it was told when we are celebrating 60 years of first rocket launch, which happened on 21st November 1963. This is a major achievement for ISRO and the entire India. The performance of the vehicle, PSLV vehicle, was as expected and as predicted. Exactly after 21 minutes, it gave 25,300 km per hour velocity and injected the satellite in the required orbit. And out of 60 vehicles, 58 vehicles, that is 96.7% is the success rate of PSLV. This is a great achievement. In this vehicle, further we are going to operate the PSLV 4th stage 2 times to accomplish and complete the mission. We have also first time placed very, very important payloads, as it was told. The fuel cell based 100-watt power generation system is placed along with 8 more important experimental things. All the vehicle systems have performed as expected and as predicted. As Chairman ISRO announced, the orbit dispersion was very, very minimal. And the propulsion community also can be proud. All the propulsion systems, including the liquid propulsion systems, have performed extremely well. As the Director of LPSC and Project Management Council, Chairman of Space Transportation System, let me take this opportunity to compliment and congratulate all the ISRO team members our family members, the partners from industry and academia, all our elders who have made strong foundation for us to perform extremely well on this occasion. And let me also express our New Year greetings. Let all of us in ISRO continue this success saga to keep the organization high and contribute for the national growth and development. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Good morning. From yesterday evening around 4:30 onwards, the world is celebrating the New Year with a lot of fireworks. And India is celebrated today the New Year with the largest rocket firework ever. And except India, nowhere else it is possible that on New Year's Day you have a rocket launch and an important satellite getting launched. So, and also as my friend Brindavan Mato mentioned, that this is only the second satellite to study the X-ray polarization and the black hole related to this one in the whole of the world. And this also is an indicator that we are on the right trajectory to reach to be the first in many things in future. From the point of catching up with the world, now we are in the trajectory to start to lead the world. That is what this is symbolic today that has happened. As already mentioned, this is a unique satellite, first of its kind, where we have polarization as well as spectroscopy and timing measurements of the galactic X-ray sources studying. So this is going to bring out new science, and not only for India, this area of work is new throughout the world. There are not many people in the world who are working in this area and studying this aspect of the universe, and we are leap forwarding towards the leadership in this role in this area. And congratulations to the payload team, particularly the Raman Research Institute and the Space Astronomy Group of URSC for coming out with this excellent payload, and for our teams across the ISRO centers who made this satellite realization possible. And currently the operations team at both URSC and ISTRAC, supported by many other people around the world, tracking and tending to this satellite. And I am sure in the next 5 years this satellite is going to bring out outstanding scientific results. Wish you all of you once again a very, very happy New Year, and we will continue this journey of celebrating in a most purposeful way like this in future also. Thank you.
Very good morning, respected Chairman and my dear colleagues. Once again, PSLV has delivered as promised and herald a very good new year to start in a successful note. And I also compliment the entire team of PSLV as well as the Exposat team to have such a unique mission on such an auspicious day on first day of the new year. Once again, it also shows what we can do in giving to the humanity as a whole and to explore the universe of data related to black hole and all those things, which is a new, unique research, and able to integrate the payload from a research institution into this spacecraft and have a successful mission. And I wish them all the best. I also compliment the entire team across ISRO centers for putting such an effort during last 45 days, considering some of the weather conditions, and continuing with the launch campaigns, and also making all the solid motors and all the liquid engines in all the other centers to have successfully integrated, tested and complemented at SDSC Shah, and go ahead with this launch campaign and be able to do it as expected, as thought on the 1st January itself. I wish all the people, colleagues in ISRO and across the nation and all their family members a very happy new year and have a successful one, and let us, as we told, 2023 is almost a watershed year with almost 8-9 launches, and we have to continue to do that and come with a very good impact both in research as well as in the coming missions. I wish you all the best, and once again wishing you a happy new year. Thank you.
Good morning to Chairman ISRO and all my colleagues here. It's really heartening to see that PSLV C-58 majestically lifting off and going in the right path. And all the stations across our network has tracked fantastically and provided very good data. And we are still awaiting for the following orbit to really see the PSLV fourth stage getting into 350 kilometer and track further. It is going to be a really challenging event. And XPOSat already being in orbit and is being controlled by ISTRAC is going very nicely. Panels have got deployed and further operations are in progress. And regarding XPOSat, already told, it is another brother of AstroSat, and it is going to be a real compliment to the scientific community to explore this universe and find many things which has not been revealed till date. So I compliment everyone to the PSLV project, to the satellite team, and also at Science Data Center we are ready to receive the XPOSat data and do the processing and provide to the community across the world. So we all wish the 2024 is going to be much challenging and further taking ISRO to greater heights. Thank you. Jai Hind. All the best.
It's a great occasion, and Happy New Year to all of you out there. Our New Year gift to the nation, an excellent launch and an excellent orbit. Our heritage navigation system, Resins, has given almost an error of around 3 kilometers and in inclination 0.001 degree, which is truly world class. Kudos to the IASU team to have achieved such an orbit. The XPOSat, as was highlighted, it's a small in size but great in its capabilities to look at the start of the universe. And the POEM-3, which is a very inexpensive microgravity platform, I think it is one of the unique platforms in the world. I think no other space agency provides such a platform. And this is a platform that ISRO is giving to the NGEs and academic institutions in the country to test their ideas and technologies. And we are very happy to see that the academia as well as the industries are using this platform to test their technologies, which will be going into their future missions. So congratulations to all of you, the academy, industry, and the new project team headed by new project director Sri Jayakumar, and the entire ISRO team to have achieved such an excellent launch. Thank you all. Happy New Year. Let us have a great 2024.
Thanks to all the directors of the centers who have contributed for this mission in various ways, building the rocket, building the satellite, and also providing the ground infrastructure for us to operate and make this mission possible. So congratulations to all of you for your excellent contributions, and all the team members of ISRO and also the partnering academia and institutions for making this mission possible. Now, all of you know that the mission was at a 650 kilometer, 6 degree inclination, and we could have done the POEM experiment in the same orbit. But as a responsible space agency, we decided to bring the fourth stage to a lower orbit so that its life of the stage in the orbit is much lesser, so that we don't create debris in that process. So that's why it has been brought down to 350 kilometers. And in that orbit, we will be carrying out the experiment with the payloads as already been mentioned. We have an interesting fuel cell experiment which is going to be one of the precursor to our future powering of space station and other areas when we have to have power generation on board. And the VSAT is the Women Engineered Satellite, which is going to be an excellent contribution from all the girl students who have built this spacecraft. And we also have the experiments sponsored by various non-governmental entities, space startups in India, powered through the in-space coordination process. So congratulations to in-space for enabling all these payloads on board the PSLV. And we are going to have not only that, that this poem is going to be unique in that aspect that all these payloads are there, but we are also having a unique way of dumping the remaining fuel and propellant and gas in this stage with a different approach, which is again not going to be done for the very first time. And the entire platform of POEM is going to be stabilized using cold gas thrusters, which has worked in the last time very well. So we are looking for the orbital change, which will happen by the two firing of the engines and also bringing to 350 kilometer circular orbit. And after that, the POEM experiment will start. And our expectation is the whole process of this testing will be over in very short time, and we'll be able to declare this POEM payload successfully, maybe a course of 1 month or so. So possibly all of you know that the POEM payload has its own power generation capability with solar cells, batteries, and its own computers and commanding systems. So it's almost a full-fledged spacecraft supporting all of you to conduct experiments at very low cost. So it's once again an invitation to all the startups, budding entrepreneurs, students across the country to come and host your payloads on board PSLV 4 stage for experimenting and trying out your new ideas. So with this, let me close today's mission activities from the control center of Satish Dhawan Space Center. And we'll be back with announcements through our social media platforms for what happened in the POEM and what type of results have come out. Wait for that. And this year just began, and we are going to have many launches, and 2024 is going to be the year of Gaganyaan. As you already know, the TV-D1 mission has just been over last year, and this year we are expecting 2 more such test flights of the test vehicle, followed by the unmanned missions of the Gaganyaan program, and many more tests and experiments, which will be in very large numbers, which will not be coordinated from this control center. Similarly, we are going to have missions of PSLV, GSLV, as well as SSLV in the coming year, this year as well. So very hectic schedule waiting for all of you. And once again, let me wish a very, very happy new year 2024 for the entire family of ISRO, our partnering institutions, industries, and all our well-wishers. Thank you so much. Goodbye.